Hey guys, welcome back to another video. So today our topic is how much is the cost of living in New Zealand, specifically here in Auckland, and what are my usual expenses. So if you're interested, please keep on watching. Disclaimer lang guys, so this is based on my experience and this video is made just to give you an idea on how much is the cost of living here in Auckland. FYI, my family is still in the Philippines and I'm just currently renting a room, which is much cheaper compared to renting your own flat or house. And also the prices will differ in every city. So for example, I've been to Christchurch during my CAP and I'm now working here in Auckland. So let's just compare that quickly. Auckland is a bit more expensive compared to Christchurch because if you're gonna rent your own house in Christchurch, maybe that would cost you around $300 to $400 per week, and that's already a 2 to 3 bedroom house. Here in Auckland, renting your own house would cost you a bit more than that, maybe $500 to $800 per week, maybe even more. So yeah, let's start the video. Firstly, we'll start with the payment. So usually salary is paid every fortnight here in New Zealand. So that means every 2 weeks. But it also depends on your company. So for me, every 2 weeks yung salary ko. And payments here are commonly paid every week or fortnightly. Depends on your arrangement with your landlord. So how much is 1 New Zealand dollars in peso or in dirhams? I'll just post it in the screen so that I can give you the latest one while I'm editing this video. Alright, so for the accommodation, it is paid every week or depends on your arrangement with your landlord. So house rent. Okay, so I'm talking about Auckland now, alright? So for the house rent, so let's say $450 to $800 per week or even more, depending on how many rooms, the location of the house, and if it's fully furnished. So for $350, maybe you could get a studio or a flat or a 1-bedroom apartment. But with a house of 2 to 4 bedrooms, it would cost you $450 or above. And we're talking about paying every week. And of course, getting your own house will be a bit difficult at first because you have to pay for bonds and advance payments. So flatting and renting a room is a bit more cheaper than renting your own house. Flatting and renting a room costs about $150 to $350. It depends on your location and if it's already inclusive with the water, electricity, utilities, and everything. And also depends if you have your own bathroom. You can also check Trade Me. They have lots of listings there and you can see the houses or the rooms and the prices there. So check that out. So the next one is utilities. This is paid monthly. So I've asked my housemates how much do they usually pay in a month. So for the water, it is free on some parts of New Zealand. For example, in Christchurch, they don't pay the water bill there. But here in Auckland, we have to pay. And it is usually $50 to $70 per month. For the electricity, it is more expensive during winter. For summer, $200 per month. And for winter, it is $300 per month. So estimated amount lang to guys, okay? So for the internet, depends on the plan with your provider. The current house that I'm staying right now, they're paying 95 New Zealand dollars per month and they're under Trasnportation. So that's already unlimited internet. They have bundles like electricity plus internet, and if you're a good payer, like paying before the due date, they will deduct 10% of the payment. So for the trash, yes, you heard me right, trash. They usually have a schedule once a week to pick up all the trash on your street and you should segregate it. So they're pretty strict about that. So recycling bin and rubbish bin, you have to buy these tags in the supermarket, and without these tags they will not pick up your trash, so you have to buy it. So for the transportation, buying a car depends on what car you want and what model of the car you want. Basically, you can buy as cheap as $1,500, but of course that's an old model and the mileage is high already. Maybe around 4,000 to 8,000 budget on a car would be not that bad. So for the petrol, depends on your car. I'll just post the current price over here. For the bus ride, you have to have an 80 hop card, so you can buy this one on supermarkets or like small shops. You can buy that one. I think it's $15. Some buses, they still accept cash. You should have the exact amount with you, but most of the buses now, they are cashless, so you should really have your card with you. Next one is Uber, Ola, or Pedi, so you can just check that out. Usually depends on how far you will go, but yeah, maybe $3 to $10 or $20 if it's really far. For the electric scooter, it is located around the city area, so mostly there are scooters under line, and yep, you should download the app, and that is $1 New Zealand dollar to hire and around 30 to 38 cents per minute. So the next one is groceries. There are a lot of grocery stores like Pack and Save, Countdown, and New World. So far the cheapest is at Pack and Save, and there are also a lot of Asian stores here. A lot of these Asian items are not readily available in their local supermarkets, so you really have to visit the Asian store if you want something from your country. I'll just put some photos on the screen just to let you know what are the prices of the products that I'm usually buying. Next one is eating out. So it is a bit expensive. Usually depends on the restaurant that you will go to, but around $4 to $15 you could buy a meal already, but of course that's gotta be in a fast food chain. If you want to go to restaurants, like eat a proper meal, maybe $20 up to $90 if you want to go fancy. But yeah, you should try First Staples. So you will buy like a $10 voucher, and then you can choose a restaurant that you like. For the food, it is 50% off, but then you have to pay full price on the drinks. So for random expenses like haircut, around $20 to $40. It depends on the salon and your location. So for the hair color, it depends what type of hair color you want. So for me, I got a balayage in Vivo hair salon here in Auckland, and I paid around $240. For manicure, pedicure, maybe $45 for regular mani-pedi. But if you want to go like use gels or acrylics, it's gonna be more expensive. So there are vouchers available online. You can check Grab One or Treat Me. You can just check that out. So the next one is phone data. There are 3 main mobile phone providers here in New Zealand. So that is 2 Degrees, Vodafone, and Spark. So for me, I use Vodafone, and I got this prepay plan, which is $16. The good thing about this is for any unused data, you can carry over that on your next month. So we're not wasting any money here. That's good. Okay, lastly is for GP services. Depends on your visa. It is much more expensive if you are under visitor's visa, and if you're under a 3-year work visa, the price will also differ, and if you're a resident, the price is also different. So for me, I have a 3-year work visa, and I went to my GP last October 2020 to have my TSH, T3, T4 checked, and also refill my maintenance meds because I have hypothyroidism. Prices may vary per clinic, so just check your local GP and check their prices. So for me, I paid around $69. That was the first visit, and then I think I'm going to pay around $50 for follow-up and for the rest of the visits. They requested for some blood work, which I paid nothing, and also my maintenance meds, so they prescribed that. They didn't give me any prescription like papers or anything, so they just asked me where is my preferred pharmacy, and then they will send a prescription there. Once that's ready, you will just receive a message and just go to your preferred pharmacy. And I only paid $5 for my thyroxine. That's good for 3 months already. Yes, $5. So I also went to do my blood test, and I don't have any papers with me like a request or something. I don't have that, so I just gave my name and my date of birth on the clinic, and then they saw the request there. It's a good thing that they have a uniform like hospital number all over New Zealand, so if ever you're gonna change a clinic, they will see all your results there. They have one system here and you have one hospital number here, so that's good. Because way back in UAE, where I was working as a nurse there, we have difficulties of checking the lab results of the patients, because they have to bring it to us and then scan that and then put that in their file, so medyo magulo. Here, they only have one hospital number for you, and that's good for all of New Zealand. So for the blood work, I also didn't pay anything, so that's free. That is our video. Thank you guys for watching. I hope you find this video helpful, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Bye!